Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we are looking at the Jolike. I know it's an interesting name. This is the MP3 player right here, and it's got the power button. I don't know why the power button and the volume are on the bottom. It's highly unusual because that's usually where you would hold something, I guess. Maybe it's easier to do that. There's your volume button right there. Here's your interface. This is a touch screen, and it does, you can't tell here, but if it was dark, you can tell that it does light up a little bit. So we would go to music. Well, now you can tell it lights up because it's a little dim. Go to music, and it would start playing music. It has Bluetooth. It has a built-in speaker. Going to the menu. There we go. As you can see, there is a music player, a reader, files, photos, settings, different applications, ebook, tools, folder, music. So those are all the settings. So it's a really simple interface. We'll go over the specs. It is glass on the front. It's aluminum. There's a USB-C, an SD card, which does come with a 64 gigabyte SD card. There's your jack. The back of it is all glass as well. Fingerprint magnet, but it's still very pretty looking. So put that off to the side. That does light up, the touch buttons. Looking at it, it's marketed as an MP3 player, 64 gigabyte card inside of it, built-in speaker, built-in microphone. It does have a setting where you can use it to record. So let's see, this model is the H1 from Jolike. It is USB-C. It does have Bluetooth 5.2. I'm trying to see if we can get any more information on this. It does have AAC for Bluetooth and SBC. It handles MP3s, APE, FLAC, WMA, and WAV files. So a decent amount of lossless files it handles, and it does handle them. Now, I've had a couple of MP3 players in the past that said they were high res, and I put a DSD file in it, and it said that it could handle DSD, and it nearly died. It sounded like, the old vinyl record players playing at the wrong speed. Now you get these. These are V-shaped. They're kind of fun sounding V-shaped signature, very cheap earbuds, but they give them to you. You get the USB data charging cable. And you also get this little guy, which is very good. This fits right into the standard USB, and it's a little card reader, so you can, transfer files on your computer a lot faster. I thought that was nice that they gave that. I mean, I have 100 of those other flat style kind, but it's nice that they gave that. Kind of an extra. I apologize. My nose is completely blocked. It's that. Allergies have been bad this year in general, never mind whether it's winter or summer or spring, fall, whatever. So Bluetooth 5.2, it's got an FM radio, it records, it does ebooks, it does photos, things I would never actually do. The ebooks maybe, I have quite a few ebooks, but I usually use those on the phone. So of course you get the music player right here. You get the manual, you get the wired earbuds, you get the Type-C cable, you get a card and card reader. And yes, it does play while charging. I'm looking at some questions on Amazon that people said. What files? It doesn't handle MP4 files. Basically use this for MP3 and WAV. And yes, FLAC even. And you should be all right. Really high quality FLAC files. I have not. I didn't even bother to test on this, considering that it was just marketed as the MP3 player. But it did handle some FLAC. DSD didn't even show up, so don't even bother with that. Let's go to lithium-ion battery. We think we know that. Touch controls. So it's a very simple player. And there's some mixed reviews on Amazon. Some people say it's trash. Some people say it lasted 2 hours. I've used the heck out of this so far. I think I've used this for like 20 hours straight now. I've charged it twice, so I've used it quite a bit. There's also an orange version of this under a different name called Michen. Basically the same exact player, but it comes in orange. So keep that in mind if you like orange. So there's really no good information on this. It does have an EQ preset, and under the settings, like the standard jazz and all. It has a bunch of them. It goes like pop, jazz, rock, vocal, something or another, a whole bunch of them. I personally don't like using equalizer on anything, except for sometimes Bluetooth. Bluetooth is my exception because Bluetooth always colors the sound anyway. So you can use EQ on that. But this in general, overall, I found that it did a decent job and it's built really solid. As for how long this would last, I don't know. I mean, I paid $40 for this. I'm hoping it'll last me years. If something does go wrong, rest assured I will do a follow-up video saying the thing stopped working or whatever, something like that. But for now, honestly, it's a very nice device and it does its job quite well. How does it sound? Now, it gets loud enough. Even with Bluetooth, it does a good job. Both wired and Bluetooth, it sounds loud. It's relatively non-colored. It's kind of a neutral sounding thing. At some points and with some things, I was supposed to like balanced armature, IAMs. It is a little on the bright side. Like I said, you can EQ that and fix that. It's going to depend on the tracks. If you have really shitty MP3 tracks, it will sound bright. If you have tracks of MP3 and Wave that are, very good, then it's going to sound nice and neutral, and it's going to depend on your headphones. Are they bass heavy and everything? Now, I use this even with planar magnetics, my Hi-Fimans and the Fostex, and it sounded really good. It's really good sounding. It's a little bit toward balance, but it's more neutral sounding in general. And like I said, it's just like the Timku player that we did a long time ago. It's simple. It's not going to have your imported I mean, you can create playlists and everything like that. But overall, it is a simple music player. If you're not looking to spend $100 on a full-on DAP with balanced connections that is thick, you want something thin to take with you to the gym or something like that has Bluetooth. Now, this doesn't have Bluetooth, and this was $200. This is like $30, $40, and it has Bluetooth and basically everything you could want. Providing you're not like a full-on audiophile and you want, a DSD files, an MQA and stuff, you're not going to get this out of this. I don't even know what the DAC chip is in this. Okay, there isn't a lot of information. This was just a spur-of-the-moment purchase. No, this wasn't sent. I bought this with my money. I buy a lot of the things with my money, and some things that are sent, they're sent. But I bought this because I honestly liked the look. Did I need another music player? I needed a simple one because I gave away the Timku. I no longer have that one. I contacted the company over and over again because they got a new version with Wi-Fi. They never got back to me, and also I wanted something like this from Irulu, Rizzo, whatever the heck that company is. They never got back to me, so I took it upon myself to get something. I looked on Amazon what was the most popular, and this seemed to be one of the more popular ones on there. So do I like this? Yes. I don't expect much. Like I'm saying, I get a lot of questions like with the Surf Fans now. That is a simple player, but that has a very complex interface. This is just simple. The only thing I wish this little 2-point something touch screen was a touch screen. This part is touch. This part is not touch. If this part was touch, it would be nearly perfect. I couldn't think of anything else, for a simple player. There are hundreds of little cheap players on Amazon, And just one I picked because I just liked the aluminum body. It looks like a quality DAP. People think you paid a lot more money for it than you did, especially with the little backlight here that lights up. Here's the other things. You have your FM radio, your recording. It's got a clock timer, and you can even display photos that you want. Things I would never do on a music player. I basically play music on a music player. I could see, reading an ebook. To be honest, I didn't test if you could read and play music at the same time. And this has a built-in speaker too. I don't honestly know where it is because I don't see like a speaker port for it. But believe it or not, it does have a speaker. So yeah, this has been the Jolike. This model is the H1, and it's got a decent amount of reviews. Trying to see. It's got 3.9 stars out of 5 with 66 world ratings. So, I mean, not bad. Almost 4 stars out of 5. There's always going to be a defective unit out there, when you're getting into stuff like this. Always going to be a defective unit. There's always going to be, wow, the Surf Fans actually has 3 stars right now. That's horrible. I like the Surf Fans. I'm going to be doing a video on that shortly. But, yeah, so this does a decent job. It's got some, decent accessories, especially for just a novice or beginner person getting into the music, or just to take with you to the gym if you want this type of setup, if you don't want to have your phone and that. So decent overall working. Does tend to get fingerprints like crazy, but of course it's glass. So everyone player that I have that is glass, it's just crazy. So yeah, you get the 64. Just that 64 gigabyte card is worth about half the cost there. I mean, you're paying $35-$40 for this, and you're getting that card reader. You're getting the 64 gigabyte TF card. I see there's a 32 gigabyte MP3 player from TEK, excuse me. Looks similar to this, but it's a little bit more rounded. Then there's another one from a company called Baroness with 2 N's and an IS, and it looks similar to this. So there's a lot of similar players out there. I just picked this one because this one, I don't know, I was just attracted to the looks or whatever. But decent job. Does a decent job playing music, particularly MP3s, which are basically MP3s and some FLAC. That's all I stick to with this. I'm not going to get into any high quality DSD or anything. Like I said, you get the cable, you get the earbuds, you get this little card reader, which is, decent enough for the price. I mean, I reiterate, it is a simple player. Don't expect to import lists and all kinds of other stuff that you would get from like an iPod or something like that. It's just a simple player. I just want to stress that. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the Jolike H1 Mp3 player / media recording, etc. And it does a decent job. Definitely. If you're not expecting too much, then I guess this will be the one for you. I will do a follow-up and let you know if it breaks and if it stops working, charging, whatever. Any issues that you may have, let me know. I'll see if I can replicate them and help you out. That's all. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.